Welcome to a journey through the captivating world of cinema's most enchanting tales of love and passion. From timeless classics to modern gems, this gallery celebrates the enduring power of love in the best romantic films of all time. Number 60. Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Devastated Peter takes a Hawaiian vacation in order to deal with the recent breakup with his TV star girlfriend, Sarah. Little does he know, Sarah's traveling to the same resort as her ex and she's bringing along her new boyfriend. Number 59. Dirty Dancing. Spending the summer at a Catskills resort with her family, Frances, baby, Houseman falls in love with the camp's dance instructor, Johnny Castle. Number 58. My Best Friend's Wedding. When a woman's longtime friend reveals he's engaged, she realizes she loves him herself and sets out to get him, with only days before the wedding. Number 57. Jerry Maguire. When a sports agent has a moral epiphany and is fired for expressing it, he decides to put his new philosophy to the test as an independent agent with the only athlete who stays with him and his former colleague. Number 56. Palm Springs. Stuck in a time loop, two wedding guests develop a budding romance while living the same day over and over again. Number 55. Sing Street, 2016. A boy growing up in Dublin during the 1980s escapes his strained family life by starting a band to impress the mysterious girl he likes. Number 54. 500 Days of Summer. After being dumped by the girl he believes to be his soulmate, hopeless romantic Tom Hansen reflects on their relationship to try and figure out where things went wrong and how he can win her back. Number 53. Something's Gotta Give. A swinger on the cusp of being a senior citizen with a taste for young women falls in love with an accomplished woman closer to his age. Number 52. The Notebook. An elderly man reads to a woman with dementia the story of two young lovers whose romance is threatened by the difference in their respective social classes. Number 51. Sleepless in Seattle. A recently widowed man's son calls a radio talk show in an attempt to find his father a partner. Number 50. My Big Fat Greek Wedding. A young Greek woman falls in love with a non-Greek and struggles to get her family to accept him while she comes to terms with her heritage and cultural identity. Number 49. Crazy Rich Asians. This contemporary romantic comedy based on a global bestseller follows native New Yorker Rachel Chu to Singapore to meet her boyfriend's family. Number 48. 10 Things I Hate About You. A high school boy, Cameron, cannot date Bianca until her antisocial older sister, Kat, has a boyfriend. So, Cameron pays a mysterious boy, Patrick, to charm Kat. Number 47. Notting Hill. The life of a simple bookshop owner changes when he meets the most famous film star in the world. Number 46. Much Ado About Nothing. Young lovers, and soon to wed, Hero and Claudio conspire to get verbal sparring partners and confirmed singles, Benedict and Beatrice, to wed as well. Number 45. Top 5. A comedian tries to make it as a serious actor when his reality television star fiancé talks him into broadcasting their wedding on her television show. Number 44. Atonement. 13-year-old fledgling writer Bryony Tallis irrevocably changes the course of several lives when she accuses her older sister's lover of a crime he did not commit. Number 43. Groundhog Day. A narcissistic, self-centered weatherman finds himself in a time loop on Groundhog Day, and the day keeps repeating until he gets it right. Number 42. Bridget Jones's Diary. Bridget Jones is determined to improve herself while she looks for love in a year in which she keeps a personal diary. Number 41. Punch Drunk Love. Socially frustrated Barry Egan calls a phone sex line to curb his loneliness. Little does he know it will land him in deep trouble and will jeopardize his burgeoning romance with the mysterious Lena. Number 40. Brokeback Mountain. Ennis and Jack are two shepherds who develop a sexual and emotional relationship. Their relationship becomes complicated when both of them get married to their respective girlfriends. Number 39. Breakfast at Tiffany's. A young New York socialite becomes interested in a young man who has moved into her apartment building, but her past friends to get in the way. Number 38. Silver Linings Playbook. After a stint in a mental institution, former teacher Pat Solitano moves back in with his parents and tries to reconcile with his ex-wife. Things get more challenging when Pat meets Tiffany, a mysterious girl with problems of her own. Number 37. The Worst Person in the World. The chronicles of 4 years in the life of Julie, a young woman who navigates the troubled waters of her love life and struggles to find her career path, leading her to take a realistic look at who she really is. Number 36. Amelie. Despite being caught in her imaginative world, Amelie, a young waitress, decides to help people find happiness. Her quest to spread joy leads her on a journey where she finds true love. Number 35. A Star is Born. A musician helps a young singer find fame as age and alcoholism send his own career into a downward spiral. Number 34. In the Mood for Love. Two neighbors form a strong bond after both suspect extramarital activities of their spouses. However, they agree to keep their bond platonic so as not to commit similar wrongs. Number 33. Licorice Pizza. The story of Alana Kane and Gary Valentine growing up, running around and going through the treacherous navigation of first love in the San Fernando Valley, 1973. Number 32. Harold and Maude. Young, rich, and obsessed with death, Harold finds himself changed forever when he meets lively septuagenarian Maude at a funeral. Number 31. The English Patient. At the close of World War II, a young nurse tends to a badly burned plane crash victim. His past is shown in flashbacks, revealing an involvement in a fateful love affair. Number 30. West Side Story. Two youngsters from rival New York City gangs fall in love, but tensions between their respective friends build toward tragedy. Number 29. Titanic. A 17-year-old aristocrat falls in love with a kind but poor artist aboard the luxurious, ill-fated RMS Titanic. Number 28. Pride and Prejudice. Sparks fly when spirited Elizabeth Bennet meets single, rich, and proud Mr. Darcy. But Mr. Darcy reluctantly finds himself falling in love with a woman beneath his class. Can each overcome their own pride and prejudice? Number 27. Blue is the warmest color. Adele's life is changed when she meets Emma, a young woman with blue hair, who will allow her to discover desire and to assert herself as a woman and as an adult. In front of others, Adele grows, seeks herself, loses herself, and ultimately finds herself through love and loss. Number 26. Her. In a near future, a lonely writer develops an unlikely relationship with an operating system designed to meet his every need. Number 25. Your Name. Two teenagers share a profound, magical connection upon discovering they are swapping bodies. Things manage to become even more complicated when the boy and girl decide to meet in person. Number 24. Shakespeare in Love. The world's greatest ever playwright, William Shakespeare, is young, out of ideas and short of cash, but meets his ideal woman and is inspired to write one of his most famous plays. Number 23. High Fidelity. Rob, a record store owner and compulsive list maker, recounts his top 5 breakups, including the one in progress. Number 22. 4 Weddings and a Funeral. Over the course of 5 social occasions, a committed bachelor must consider the notion that he may have discovered love. Number 21. There's Something About Mary. A man gets a chance to meet up with his dream girl from high school, even though his date with her back then was a complete disaster. Number 20. Past Lives. Nora and Hae Sung, two deeply connected childhood friends, are arrested apart after Nora's family emigrates from South Korea. 20 years later, they are reunited for one fateful week as they confront notions of love and destiny. Number 19. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. When their relationship turns sour, a couple undergoes a medical procedure to have each other erased from their memories forever. Number 18. Portrait of a Lady on Fire. On an isolated island in Brittany at the end of the 18th century, a female painter is obliged to paint a wedding portrait of a young woman. Number 17. Say Anything. A noble underachiever and a beautiful valedictorian fall in love the summer before she goes off to college. Number 16. It Happened One Night. A rogue reporter trailing a runaway heiress for a big story joins her on a bus heading from Florida to New York, and they end up stuck with each other when the bus leaves them behind at one of the stops along the way. Number 15. Manhattan. The life of a divorced television writer dating a teenage girl is further complicated when he falls in love with his best friend's mistress. Number 14. The Big Sick. Pakistan-born comedian Kumail Nanjiani and grad student Emily Gardner fall in love but struggle as their cultures clash. When Emily contracts a mysterious illness, Kumail finds himself forced to face her feisty parents, his family's expectations, and his true feelings. Number 13. An Affair to Remember. A couple falls in love and agrees to meet in 6 months at the Empire State Building, but will it happen? Number 12. When Harry Met Sally. Harry and Sally have known each other for years, and are very good friends, but they fear sex would ruin the friendship. Number 11. About Time. At the age of 21, Tim discovers he can travel in time and change what happens and has happened in his own life. His decision to make his world a better place by getting a girlfriend turns out not to be as easy as you might think. Number 10. Call Me By Your Name. In 1980s Italy, romance blossoms between a 17-year-old student and the older man hired as his father's research assistant. Number 09. The Graduate. A disillusioned college graduate finds himself torn between his older lover and her daughter. Number 08. Before Sunrise. A young man and woman meet on a train in Europe, and wind up spending one evening together in Vienna. Unfortunately, both know that this will probably be their only night together. Number 07. Gone with the Wind. A sheltered and manipulative Southern belle and a roguish profiteer face off in a turbulent romance as the society around them crumbles with the end of slavery and is rebuilt during the Civil War and Reconstruction periods. Number 06. The Philadelphia Story. When a rich woman's ex-husband and a tabloid-type reporter turn up just before her planned remarriage, she begins to learn the truth about herself. Number 05. La La Land. While navigating their careers in Los Angeles, a pianist and an actress fall in love while attempting to reconcile their aspirations for the future. Number 04. The Apartment. A Manhattan insurance clerk tries to rise in his company by letting its executives use his apartment for trysts, but complications and a romance of his own ensue. Number 03. Annie Hall. Alvy Singer, a divorced Jewish comedian, reflects on his relationship with ex-lover Annie Hall, an aspiring nightclub singer, which ended abruptly just like his previous marriages. Number 02. Before Sunset. 9 years after Jesse and Celine first met, they encounter each other again on the French leg of Jess's book tour. Number 01. Casablanca. A cynical expatriate American cafe owner struggles to decide whether or not to help his former lover and her fugitive husband escape the Nazis in French Morocco. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.